Here we go with no game loaded. It should be fun. We've got a Monday intro, so maybe I'll get some speed here.
Maybe you'll get in eventually.
Yep. Okay. Quiet on the set. Getting ready to go live.
No, you're not.
Boobs.
You're killing me, Smalls.
$5.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Laz.
Your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Laz.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
But the time sink is real.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm doing nothing but standing on the line. You know, I should be doing something.
I stand around for hours at a
Oh
time.
God, I can't tell you how many hours a day I'm just standing on the line. I'm doing nothing but standing on the line.
Yeah.
You're all using some kind of jargon that me no understand. I have to gently blow a ball into.
Into a warm, fuzzy hole.
That's right.
Yeah.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Laz.
Your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Chuck and Laz.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I blame Last.
It's all Laz's fault.
That's right. It's all my fault. Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news and eat so you don't have to. And we're still waiting for Laz to show up on the set.
That's right. As you may notice on my
Patches,
screen
patches,
behind
patches,
me
man.
is absolutely nothing. That's right. And of course, the wonderful steam patcher that we always say is so great.
It's being a little slow for you today.
It's been 14 minutes, 2 minutes, 13 minutes, 1 minute. Yeah, I'm down to 50 seconds loading right now, so we shall
When you
see.
have problems with your downloads, there's an easy solution. Stop the porn downloads.
Uh-huh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Sorry,
anybody
man.
ever complain about
It's-
lag?
I'm
Stop downloading porn.
98% done. I'm this far away. I ain't stopping it.
You've almost
That's
got that the best video ever
Best I
downloaded.
tell you, it's the new version of Debbie Does Dallas. 20 Debbie Does the 21st Century.
Whatever. Debbie does everything.
That's
all.
right. But
Okay, so-
welcome to today's show. It is Monday, February 26, 2018 here inside Shroud of the Avatar. And we are, how many
We've gotta
days,
get you-
Jack? How many?
Well, we've got a grand total of 29 days until launch.
29 days. Count them.
Yes.
And there's another countdown right below that right here. Or
What-
should I say
the,
right
the
there?
One, the one to Friday's postmortem,
That's right.
which is 4 days, 2 hours, and 56 minutes. Yay.
And a handful of seconds. That's right.
Yay.
Is,
Oh,
the
I see you're finally playing
R51
Shroud of the Avatar finally.
Postmortem. Yes, loading in now. I've got this up on screen.
Yeah. So last Friday, after the show was the release party. Over 100 people showed up.
Now, as far as I understand, it was a new record for a number of participants in a scene for, well, at least, for any scene.
Well,
but this is one of those things that the release parties are meant to do, which is get everybody out, load up a scene, and everybody interacting, jumping up and down, dancing, emoting, talking. Um, you know, 300 people tuned into the radios, which I don't know if that really, is
That
that
doesn't
something?
that no that doesn't matter whatsoever. I mean, it is only realistically the number of people in the instance, because the instances only support 120 players.
As far as we last know, yes.
Yeah, and
Natively.
there was a
Natively.
yeah, there was over 100 people there. But what a lot of people don't know is there's a little command that you can do, which is /debug, and that will actually show your frames per second. So right now, sitting on the lot, not doing anything, I'm getting 20 to 27 frames per second. And mom is like, I beat Laz to the set, and now it dropped down to 15 as you logged in. But it's one where that is all based off of like the video and the shadows and everything else, and so you can always improve your frame rate by like disabling shadows, unchecking some of the lighting options. But at the release party, so like just disabling shadows, I'm at like 28 to 30 frames per second, 27 to 32 frames per second just by disabling shadows. And so it's like, otherwise there's lots of ways to optimize that. I mean, you can also turn off Laz's favorite lighting effect, which is the volumetric lighting.
Yeah. Actually, I think I've got that on these days. Ooh, I love that new effect. There goes that meteor in the background, and there should be a shower
absolutely
behind it.
Yeah. But at the release party, I was getting between 5 and 10 frames per second. And unfortunately, most of the people were just standing still, dancing. And if you really think about that, that shouldn't. I mean, I don't think it actually synchronizes exactly where I'm stepping. It just when I started, and so it kind of loops. But I don't know exactly how that system call is being done.
Well,
but
at one point it was
like,
also with names on. Every time it was somebody had names on and had to do a call for all the for all that as well. I believe Chris said he fixed that problem.
He fixed that part, but I mean, those dance parties do provide a lot of data. I think you could actually improve that data by having all those people in the instance, like doing things besides just dancing.
Did they try and beat the World Macarena in-game record while they were there?
I don't know. I pulled a. I spent a lot of it.
You pulled
AFK.
You pulled a sin assist. Okay.
It's not a pulling a sin assist. It's pulling a barrack. Get it right. But yeah, I did spend a lot of it AFK, and at some point in time, I actually even left my house while I was dancing. But like realistically, in order to test it, what they should do is, okay, we've got this many people in the instance. Okay, we need everybody on this side of the lot or the ship, and then run over to as fast as you can over to the other side. Everybody go ahead and do this action, and then from there, it's like, okay, everybody engage and go into combat mode and just toss out the first 3 spells that you can. And so that way you've got 100 people at the same time engaging in combat. In combat. And I use air quotes for that because if you're not in PvP mode, you're not going to be attacking anything. Okay. Yeah, and as Liz says, make a Simon Says game and GM kill anyone who fails.
Well, you know what? One of the reasons why I really stopped going, of course, aside from just 2 hours worth of standing around getting nothing done, was one and only stop coming in and mass killing everybody. So waiting for that moment. Waiting for that moment was always the epitome of the dance party. And when that stopped, it was really Yeah, there was no reason to wait for that big event anymore, so I stopped going.
Well, he did have to stop when they put in decay, and it was actually hitting people's XP.
Well,
So that's one of the
if they're
reasons
in a
he stopped.
player-owned
Although,
town, they should never have that problem because
yeah,
there is no
well,
decay.
that was
supposedly.
changed.
Yeah,
That was changed.
yeah.
But it's one where it's like people did complain, and
Oh,
so
I'm
he
sure.
stopped doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But yeah, but that was also whenever they were playing the song "Bodies."
Bodies hit the floor.
So-
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Yes. But yeah, there's lots of room for improvement. Just gives Chris a lot more data that he gets to work at. They did summon a bunch of dragons at some point in time, but I saw majority of people still on the airship dancing instead of slaying dragons.
Makes sense.
But it's one where it's like it really needs to become a participatory event of, okay, do this, Simon, as Liz said, massive Simon Says game, and a GM slay
Simon Says
anybody who fails.
Die.
And then you can really do let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, that's right. That's
But
right.
yeah, I mean, 30 days, we need to improve everything. And Draugr says that he saw that I went into the Lost Vale yesterday,
Yes,
and
well,
that I
we-
don't need milling in there.
we-
I've actually been in the Lost Vale twice.
We've seen the
Yeah.
pictures, and
Yeah.
speaking of pictures, this is funny. I gotta share this with everybody here and add this to the list of just things that have made me laugh. And I didn't think about that because I didn't think we were gonna actually get to
What?
some pictures. But hang on.
Well,
I'll
neither
put it
did
in
I.
Discord
But
to share here. Just give me 1 second.
I tried to attack List Rostov's Patronus.
Oh,
I will say that you cannot attack the List Rostov Patronus, which is the Manet Essentia. So
I'm
I do.
gonna put this up on my screen over there for everybody to see.
Yeah. Or as
And there it is in
Uh,
Discord for everybody to view.
Core's calling it the spirit of the forest. No, it is Lys Patronus. All the other Patronuses at the very beginning, I didn't realize this, but there are several Patronuses, or we should say forest spirits, at the when the scene first opens up. But the first time I went in there, they were already killed off, and I didn't see those spawn other than the first skeletons.
Who killed
so I don't know.
those? Somebody was stupid enough to attack non-attacking creatures, apparently.
I did.
Yeah, of course you did.
The second time I went in there, I it's like, I don't care if the damn thing had like 2,000, 3,000 hit points. I attacked the thing,
Uh-huh.
and then a bunch of people stole my kill.
Yeah, of course.
Made me sad. I couldn't even loot the damn thing.
It's people playing Screw Your Neighbor when you're not even playing Screw Your Neighbor. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, they were playing Screw Your Neighbor when it's like, hey, someone's attacking something and kiting it around because he's an archer, and nope.
So anyway, picture in Discord here. I've got it up on screen. I was expecting something a little bit more spectacular.
Oh,
It says grand opening rift in the universe, and that's what I find when I get there. And I'm like,
hey,
really? Really, guys?
Well, you have to think of what it means to recompile the entire map.
You know,
And
you got
as that
beautiful
date,
ring of stones deco that you could have put there to symbolize where it
Well-
was or something. Maybe, I don't know.
don't know if you want to go there.
Create a little bit more than just. Anyway, very underwhelming, my opinion.
Hey,
That's all.
you're just because you're sad by that.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Now-
is hidden.
now-
It is hidden, so you don't want to give too much information. I'm kind of fine with the small portal.
You know what? I walk by, I see something like that happen. You better believe I'm putting a freaking marker down so I can remember where the hell that thing was. If all the people who run by there haven't thought of that by now, if the civilians of the world haven't figured to mark the location, I mean, everybody knows now. So, but anyway, well, not everybody knows. So let's not go there. But
Yeah.
inside.
Listed.
Freaking-tastic, off-the-chain fucking job. But
I love what's going on in there. I mean,
the outside man, I gotta laugh when I first walked up to it and looked at it. I was like, really? That's it? But yes,
you don't like the entrance, but you love the inside.
Yeah. I mean, the artifice,
now,
when you walk into the artifice, you know, that gives you some real anticipation. You got that big golden glowing door, you know, up on this, you know, here's this little glowing thing in the middle of a field in the middle of nowhere. And, you know, I guess that's part of the Ultima-esque feel, because you find this little thing that doesn't look too bad until you enter into it and you find out what kind of horrors might be inside.
Yeah. See, I would love if they would randomize that spawn location for that entrance to the Hidden Vale. See, that would be cool. So you have to go. You know the time, but then you got to go hunt where it's actually spawning at.
I tell you what, I would just as soon stand out there and set up shop and start hawking things that people need. That's what I'm going to probably start doing.
Hey, you know what? I mean, I will let you know that it should come out.
I know when it's going to be opening, and I know when they're all going to be standing out there. You know, who forgot their arrows? Who needs
7 hours,
food?
45 minutes. It will be out there. 7 hours, 45 minutes from now. So it will be spawning again at 8 p.m. Central Time this evening. For those that don't know. Yeah. So it's lost. Sorry. It isn't hidden. It's lost.
It's lost.
Sorry about that.
Lost for X amount of hours.
Yeah. But yeah, I did see Core in there. Well, he was actually in a different instance while he was streaming it, and I was running around without a party, checking out the different rooms in there. I did talk with Anais, who is the Dark Star's daughter. So I was having fun. And then I went and found the Spirit of the Forest, and I just hung out and tried to kill her multiple times. And I actually watched an entire party try to kill her as well. Because you know what? This is an MMO where if it moves, kill it.
You kill it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the rule of all RPG games. I mean, that reminds me of that Facebook thing that was on my feed yesterday. I think.
Did you see
with the flow chart for what to do in D&D?
Oh, I saw that, but I was gonna say there was a little article that came out that Richard had done on some of the things they learned when they created Ultima Online.
Yeah, that players will kill everything.
And how the whole cycle worked, where the animals were supposed to eat the grass, or originally ate the grass, but when the players came in, if it moved, they slaughtered it, whether they were supposed to or not. They had to rewrite the whole damn thing because they didn't expect
they scrapped it. Yeah. I mean, he scrapped it before people even got to see it, but it was all set up.
But great story, and if you haven't seen it, I'll see if I can find a link and post it here later for everybody. Yeah. But hearing him explain how it worked in his own words is what makes the story funny, because he explains it like, I know I can't. But anyway, great stuff out there. But how about Friday? Of course, we hit release 51 this Thursday. We left out of here Friday to go do some playtime and move around and explore some of the new stuff out there. And
yep.
So one thing I've had for the last, and this has only been happening for the last, I guess since just right before the patch. I don't know, right after the patch. Is lots of crashes, and I don't know what's causing it.
I didn't crash.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
And I mean, I could be sitting on the lot, and then all of a sudden, it goes up. I was out hunting with a couple of the new guys yesterday, just showing them some of the mines and where they can, go get some resources. And every 5 minutes it was at a stop and reboot. And of course, I'm tempted to send the crash reports and go, hey, but I know that they automatically get sent. So, and you guys
I
get
did
around
not.
to
I
those,
didn't.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that all goes to Chris, and Chris has to look at it. Have you updated your video card drivers lately?
All up to date.
Are you positive? Because I actually have a video card update on my computer that I haven't done yet.
Positively. I checked it.
Yeah.
I checked it twice in the last 3 days just to make sure it's up to date.
Yeah.
Updated the audio drivers, updated the video drivers, made sure everything was in compliance, jumped through hoops, made the pentagram and the virgin sacrifice. I've done all that, made sure it was all taken care of.
I was trying to convince people that in order to open up the Lost Veil, that we actually all had to be doing the belly dance naked and
There you
to
go.
sacrifice a virgin in order to do it.
But
But people didn't want to listen to my instructions in order to open up the
I
the
hear
key.
there's some kind of bug with the fairy outfit or the fire dancer outfit where if you do something, the top goes invisible and you're actually naked up there.
Well, I mean, if you actually look at the patch notes for today, they actually fix some of those buttons.
I was
bugs.
going to say, are we going to go to patch notes or are we going to go to Friday? I guess we should start with
No,
the patch notes, given the latest
I'm still trying to find that flow chart on D&D rules and RPG rules on what to kill and what not to kill.
Jeez, do I have to go
But
find
yeah,
that for you?
yeah. Well, it's my Facebook feed, so there's a lot of crap in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't talk about that one because that's funny. I got stuck on the girl riding the motorcycle and the skirt, and I'll let you guess what happens.
I don't know.
It flips up.
Twitter has been a bitch lately. I can tell you that much. 'Cause it doesn't want to tweet or do anything we sell it to anymore. So let me get this out here for you folks.
What?
See if I get today's tweet out into everybody's hands the way it should have been.
You're trying to do weird things, and
Yeah.
so finally we can talk about like patch notes because I'm giving up. I'm giving up on scrolling down.
Well, apparently I can't tweet, so...
Well,
All right, folks.
tweeting is difficult. I believe you need a degree for that of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and Jogger does point out that loot is so bad in the game that we have to kill little ghost kids for 3 gold. So we do have patch number 736 that came out right before the show, and as at the beginning of the show, you got to listen to Laz patching up. This patch did come out at 11:15 this morning, and current patch number 736, if you don't have it already. So they fixed the Frostgeist animation issue, it's fixed LOD issues with the Barbarian Dragon armor, Sunless Barrens in-game map created, Verdanus Mines in-game map created, fixed rain falling inside the Night Founder Village player home. The Primal Bear headdress is now visible when worn. The Clan of the Dragon boots are also no longer invisible when worn. Fixed issues with the female NPC skirts. Some wall lights are now allowed as player town decorations. Commoner NPC updates. Frostkites and High Veil outskirts are now appearing correctly. The confused skeleton at the entrance of the Lost Veil will no longer reveal its name. Fixed characters getting more than 2 specializations set to train or maintain, which is a big one. The more items now appear on the decoration and equipment crown merchants. Trial users on the Path of Courage may now enter the post-tutorial version of High Veil. The overhead clap emote was set to be teachable. Expanding the AI in Granus Colossus to cover all the places where harvestable nodes exist. Enrage effect was incorrectly set to last 10 minutes. That's been changed to 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah. There were some performance updates out in Brittany Central and Brittany Alleys. And Chaos finished the patch notes.
Patch notes complete. Thank you. Have
Yeah.
a nice day.
Yeah, so I mean, we did have this release come out last Thursday, so we do have for it. We get to look forward to lots and lots of patches.
Lots
for,
of fun. That's right. And because we didn't see a flurry of them over, before for the weekend, I wasn't even thinking that we may have one to face this morning. And of course, they caught me a little off guard. But hey,
Yeah.
that's how the cookie crumbles.
I realized that I should probably show a picture
From the
from,
dance party.
from the dance party. A picture.
What do we got here?
Hold on. There's the one screenshot I took from the dance party. Now,
I don't know. What is it?
well, the dance party took place on the Mistress of Chaos,
Uh
which is Darkstar's city galleon, right? But if you look all the way in the background, back left, you can see the fights that of people killing the dragon, and you can actually, since it is
Okay, I
blown
see
up.
now. I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
what that was sitting up over here, and I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
there are dragons down there. There be
And
dragons
if you look in the-
down there.
if you look in the bottom right hand corner, you can see me headbanging. So you have to realize that this is just a screenshot that I snipped. So it is a little bit blown out, and since I sent it to someone in Discord, so it's a lot. It's been blown up inside of my browser.
Yeah, I was
so,
gonna say it's
yeah,
a little
but yeah.
distorted, but that's okay.
Well, it's a little bit distorted just because it got blown up inside the browser. The funny thing is, like, whenever we mention LODs and realize it's like,
Levels of detail.
yeah, it's like you can see the spell effects that people are casting. You could also see like arrows being shot at the dragons as well.
Oh, that's pretty.
And you have to
cool.
think of what's the range from the ship to where they're at.
Well, I don't know. If I can see them, I should be able
Yeah.
to try at least. But I know spells
Well,
won't
you
go
should-
that far.
Yeah,
Arrows
you
might,
shouldn't even be
you
able to
know,
shoot-
gra-
you shouldn't even be
gravity's
able
a
to shoot much in
motherfucker,
no
you know?
direction. Yeah, and List actually wants the Lost Veil to randomly spawn in different locations.
Well, let's suggest that. Yeah, everybody would be pissed off at us, that's for sure.
I think it would be hilarious if it randomly spawned all over the place, and so that way you might know the date where it spawns, but you have to go find it.
You got to figure out where it is.
That becomes yeah. No spoilers. No spoilers.
I don't know. It's almost like trying to find Shandy. I figure that would probably wind up to be the same thing over and over and over anyway. But bring back
Yeah.
Shandy.
No, don't bring back Shandy.
Save the fawns. Come on, we gotta have causes, man. We gotta have our own causes.
Yeah. Draugr says that he doesn't like the timer in the same entrance. The timer I can kind of see, so that way, if you don't know that it's every 28 hours or the in-game date is the second where it opens up, then spoiler alert. Then you would
now know
you would come across it much more random. And the every 28 hours actually enables anybody in the world different times in order to access it. So it's one where it's like, maybe they should change it to once every 18 hours or something like that. But it allows not to be monopolized by people that can log in at 11 o'clock in the morning in order to access it. Otherwise you can't get into it. But if you AFK in there and then the instance closes, and then you come back to your computer an hour or two later, it will actually kick you back out to the overworld map.
Okay, well, One of those things I've been wondering, and I've been hearing people complain. I saw somebody, and I looked at my friends list, and let me just take a curious gander now and see on the list.
No one should be in. No one should be in there right now. Yeah. So, but it's like I did see people hunting in there for several hours.
But I heard somebody say, I'm the only one left in my instance, but it's too late to change. And I'm looking and I'm going, I can teleport right into somebody's instance. So what's stopping them from just teleporting to somebody else's instance? I guess.
Well, because you can only access it during that 1 hour of real life time that the portal is open. So say it's open at 12, then it closes at 1. So at 1:01, you cannot teleport to a friend that's in that instance.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have
But
to try that next time.
At 12:59, you can teleport in.
Every time, and I mean, maybe I've been lucky, the portal's been open, but every time I've tried to teleport to somebody, I go right in. So,
well, the Attenwood's in there right now. It's like, if you really want to, we can try to teleport to the Attenwood and see what happens.
I didn't see him on.
Yeah.
I didn't see him on that list.
Yeah. So, Lost Vale, the Attenwood. But we do know that the Attenwood is one of the developers, so he gets in there. And even List is like, you'll get kicked. I'm aware of that, but Laz doesn't believe me. So.
What do you mean you'll get kicked? Oh, we
So the portal is closed,
right.
So you'll start the teleport in, but then you'll just get kicked out of that instance. So you can't actually access it unless the portal's open.
Okay, well then maybe I've been lucky.
Yeah, you've been lucky. So that's all it is.
Let's show everybody what it is. That's right, folks. Laz and Jack attempt to leave the lot.
Well, we'll get kicked out, I believe, to the overworld map. So it's like, hey, I'm in. Oh, I'm out. Damn. Yeah. So you get that cheese. It's like, oh, so tempted. Yeah. So the other day when that actually, I tried it and I came back from my AFK and logged in. Well, it's a good thing because it means that you have more of a reason to camp the instance as far as whenever it spawns.
I have absolutely no idea why you would want some kind of instance like this. And how the hell did I wind up at Grunwald?
I have no idea.
We both wound up at Grunwald.
Yeah, that I don't know.
First off, this was not where I was last on the map. Last where I was out there taking that picture when I teleported home. But
yeah. I have no idea why we randomly appeared at Grunwald. No idea. But yeah, time to recall back home. So those that don't know, if you see someone in there, just like the developer, the Attenwood that's in there currently.
But again, is to me, sitting there camping to get into a scene, unless there's something quest worthy in there, I just don't get it. Yeah.
Well, Jogger says that he likes the AFK thing. Like if you AFK in there, your instance, you get kicked out eventually. To me, it really prevents people from farming that instance indefinitely, and so I almost think that it's like they should if you're in there, yeah, you can stay in there for a super long time as long as you're actively doing things while you're in there. And I did see people like Core was in there for I think 6 hours killing stuff.
Again,
yeah, if you log out or leave, no getting back in until the next one.
Give me an obvious reason why I would want to go in there aside from experience.
Well, you get a glimpse into the past, present, and future. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah, I took a glimpse. Yeah. I didn't like what I saw.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty much just XP. I mean, you didn't like all the red mobs?
Yeah, I did not like that scene that I walked upon when I went to see the past. And, I said I
So,
can do it out.
was
I can
that
do it out
Opalis
visiting the past
or-
on a regular basis.
Oh, Opalis and the fight at the gate for Opalis. And yeah, all those elves were dark red to me, but there was a party killing them, so I didn't take any damage before I ran back. And then, let's see, one of them was the, I believe it was Desolus, where if you get through the waves, you end up getting to the Kabbalist. The other one was a sewer where you have to kill a few waves to save some dude unless he drowns. I was in there by myself and I couldn't kill both waves within 2 minutes. So, yeah. And then the fourth in there is one with the spirit of the forest, the giant Patronus of the deer, or the stag. Yeah, I just love calling it the Patronus of List Rostov because I want to kill the thing.
Yeah, of course. By the time
it is
get
a massive
back,
Patronus.
I'm seeing that.
And that's what I thought. Yeah, I wasn't thinking Princess Mononoke. I was thinking of Harry Potter whenever I saw it.
I got the "you're sitting backwards" bug when you come up on the lot. There we go. Now you're sitting.
Awesome.
Normally. Yep. Anyway, moving right along.
It's Monday and we have a Friday's update.
I know that. I'm well aware.
In 9 minutes.
I don't think we're gonna get through all of it in 9 minutes.
Well,
but, again,
so
a lot of good
we already
stuff
talked about
out there. We
we
can
did
check
talk
this
about,
till tomorrow, and we can talk about those new player vendor patterns for a few minutes.
A lot of it we can actually skip because we already talked about parts of it.
Yeah, but you got to remember, not everybody catches every show and watches everything. So you got to cover things that people may not know.
Every single day? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Shameless self-redundant promotion. That's right. Speaking of which, I got something to talk about. There's somebody selling an account out there. Do you have that handy?
Yeah, I do.
I've got that one handy.
I posted that on Facebook, and
I'm well
actually
aware.
Chris responded to it.
I am well aware. Did Chris respond to it? What did Chris have to say?
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta go find it. Chris had to say that someone trying to cash in on launch, I see. And Houston Dragon was like, holy crap. And
now I'm going to
someone
take
else. I forgot his
gander that this
Gabriel
is
Night Shadow.
This is a straight up $45 account that this guy's selling.
Well, no, it's not.
Okay.
So
because it does not mention what pledge tier, if any, that it is. So I'm assuming.
Well, if you see that it also comes with a tax-free row, Obsidian 4-story and Spite,
could have been a bundle.
Plus a village taxable lot deed.
Could have been bought or traded for.
74 GMs.
So again,
25 skills over 90 plus, over 90, and 50 plus over 80.
Neither of those things say pledge. I can get either of those items.
Yeah. It doesn't mention what the pledge is, but it's like realistically, it's like you're really looking at like paying for someone that GM'd a crap ton of skills.
Now, what does he have listed there? I can't actually read that number from here. How many skills?
As far as what?
It tells you how many skills he's got GM there. I just can't I can't see the
So
numbers.
it is production level 76 with 74 GMs.
74.
25 plus skills over 90 and 50 plus over 80.
Don't die.
Yeah, the account comes with a tax-free row that's placed in Spite, plus a POT village deed that's taxable, that's not placed, many rewards and items. So what's the road? What's the one that...
350K in gold, I know that was in there.
Yeah, 350K plus in gold. It's designed to where you can pretty much solo anything.
That's
Yep.
what he says. He says that
And he's got a
character is able
commission-free
to
vendor.
solo just about anything out there. So if you're looking for
Yeah.
an account, well, there it is, folks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 So
Of
yeah,
course,
that's out there
I
on
paid
Shroud
that
Marketplace.
kind of money for my pledge. I'm nowhere near all that, but I got
Hey,
tons of goodies.
just because I have adventurer level 63,
63, yeah.
I actually I leveled up while I was playing around in the Lost Vale.
Let's see, where
Yeah.
am I hanging these days? I am adventurer level
You-
77,
you-
71.
no one ever
Yeah,
actually
good
mentioned
one.
that I was wearing the wrong clothes.
Oh, I was going to
But
say
my-
something, but I
yeah.
assumed that you knew.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
my-
really? You put on your,
Yeah.
your battle garb just to run out
Mm.
there?
Well, I was wearing it the
77
entire show.
adventurer, 74 producer.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. for a guy who
List
sits
wants
on
to
a
put
lot.
out that our lot of sitting ability is at level 90.
Ah, well, thank you. Actually, I got to argue with that. That should be a lot higher.
Yeah, at least 110.
Yeah. We should
Yeah,
be
because
well
we've got-
over
yeah,
grandmasters at that. We've been doing this for
Yeah.
3 years nonstop, man.
Yeah, just sitting on the lot. Yeah. Oh, level 190.
Oh,
Level
190. 190.
190.
Okay, yes.
190.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That makes
yeah.
sense.
That sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if you saw, but I also was converting a lot of wood scrap into pulp over the weekend.
I see you constantly standing there doing that, and I
Yeah.
still get a giggle out of it every time I see you slaving away at that.
Yeah, well, I've got like 25,000 scrap left, and I'm thinking of maybe just handing it to you to convert via the guild
all
member.
you gotta do is
Yeah.
reach out and touch somebody, brother.
I know. That means I have to go log into TeamSpeak.
Yeah, that's okay. I give you that much. You actually have to do something. You have to go talk to people. But yeah, great stuff. A lot of new stuff. Again, the vendors. Yes, I actually did take as promised, and we changed this vendor because this vendor actually had nothing.
Oh, you
on it.
actually updated one of the vendors?
So this is what one of the vendor skins looks like. For those of you
Yeah.
folks were wondering.
Wait, hold on. That means I need to go check out
Now
something.
I was a little
Okay.
perturbed, annoyed because when I looked at this character, and if I recall right, she had black hair in the actual picture, and she's got gray hair here. I don't know whether that's.
Hey, she looks rather matronly. So
Well,
and now she's
I
pointing
picked
at
the
you.
one with the black hair because I wanted a younger looking one, and then when I put her down, it was like, oh shit, what the hell, So may want to check. Well, let me just double check that again. But
It's all your fault.
I
You broke
know.
it. Yeah.
I know. It's all
Hey,
my
I would
fault.
love to be able to dress the vendors in whatever we want.
Well,
but
I'm
hoping
our
that
good
close
friend
comes at some point in time.
Wines, whatever, however you want to pronounce it.
Weens. Yeah. Weenie.
The Weeninator is, of course, is out there, and he's got some interesting points as well. And I gotta concur.
I
yeah.
didn't read any of it, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
You tell us that you want to go to the point where we can modify and do this and do that, but we're gonna go this route. So we're gonna pay to do this way now, and then when they get around to doing it, are we gonna have to pay again to convert them to the next type of merchant? And when does it stop with that? I just, are we going to just get it so that the patterns are going to go away and we can just equip the clothing and the weapons we want UO-esque style like the public has been asking for? And then what happens to all that money spent on patterning? I really got to give them some credence to the argument there because, customization.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, so.
Didn't read it.
I personally, again, I did this one. I'm probably not going to mess with any of them. Again, I'm not taking hundreds of items off my vendors to replace them just to put a skin on them to know that later on down the line we're going to change it again. It just really does. It makes no sense, to tell you the truth. And conversion-wise, I've seen some pop up, not as many as I'm sure was expected. Maybe it's a little early, but I've taken a stroll through a couple of the merchant towns, and only a handful of changes from what I've seen so far through my trip. So I'll take another round through the marketplaces today and to see how much that's changed, if at all.
I have no idea. I didn't go around. I need to restock some vendors. So
when I went around Owl's Head on Friday after doing the merchant there, it was only this merchant here and the merchant on my lot that had changed in Owl's Head. Now, I know I've seen one or two others, but...
I love the fact that Cavius updated his merchant on to the automaton.
Yes, and again...
I love that.
I thought about it, but again, I just grabbed one of those patterns. I don't want to be bothered with taking my good ones and messing with them.
I need to put mine up for sale on Shroud Marketplace.
Now, I can tell you, I made a killer trade yesterday. I traded one of my Knight Marshall chairs for a cool $350K.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was. I got another deal. Got another deal in the works, hopefully.
Dude, that's why you put up gold for sale on Shroud Marketplace.
Actually, I put that up a couple of days ago. I actually meant to go out and knock that up by a couple of rounds. I think I knocked that up to 5 or 6 now.
Well, while we're talking about that, I mean, the price of gold is going up. So if you're looking for 100K, that price is going up the closer we get to the launch.
I was talking to Sater. Was it Sater yesterday? Yeah, I guess it was. And we were talking a little bit about gold prices, and of course Drake here decided to chime in on the chat. And again, gold prices are really out of whack comparative to the rest of the economy, in my opinion. And really, it's starting to correct itself. You're absolutely right. Prices are coming up in the line.
And realistically, it's like it is one where, so if a Kodo is worth $1, right, and that equates to
3,500
gold. So that means that the price of gold should be closer to like $100 would be like 300,000, 350,000 if you literally did that conversion.
Yes.
Yeah, but 300,000. But it's one where it's like when you break that down to like 10, 20,000, I need a calculator in front of me to do that.
Actually, if you break down, I think 3,500, it comes out to it's like 297,000 when you work that down to Kodos. I figured you can buy. Was that 85? I'm sorry, that's 85. Never mind.
Yeah, you can
get a roll lot for 297,000 gold if you're paying 3,500 per Kodo. That's what I figured out. So,
but it's one where it's like realistically the price of this is people that turned around and said, okay, I want a quick sale, and so they kept on like lowering prices without realizing that they're undercutting themselves, and this is a market correction because you know what, that supply versus the demand is changing to where there's less of a supply.
I've got to equate it to the same way I looked at my my scrap stocks initially, and making anything in this game initially. Well, it costs money. Actually, no, it doesn't cost you nothing.
It costs time.
It costs time. That's right. If you take some time, and I started the whole recall teleport scroll by going out to these, scenes outside
going to Shandy. Camp at Shandy for hours.
Actually, no. Well, that was before it launched. You know that. We were buying those things at 30 gold a piece and selling them at 150 and making mint, baby, making mint.
Yeah.
But I actually started out right here in Owl's Head. I went down, I killed deer, I sold the hides. I got what I needed. I got the reagents I needed to make my first set of scrolls, and then I just kept taking that money from sales and kept rolling it over. And buying more and buying more and buying more, but it doesn't take much. I mean, the reagents you have to get, those you have to,
Oh yeah.
pay for. But the wood scrap, people were starting to get crazy on wood scrap, and I'm like, wood scrap's free. I'm not paying for that shit. You kidding me? Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's one where it's like buying it. The vendor buys it at 1 gold. At one point in time, it's like I was buying it for 3 gold, but then it's like, yeah, okay, I'll double the price of the vendor.
And,
so 2 gold
again,
per wood scrap.
At this point, it became much easier to do that for bulk, and I've got buy orders out on my vendors now. But again, in the beginning, it didn't cost anything, and it doesn't cost anything if you're willing to work for it. But
no, yeah, absolutely.
Things like
but
spending the time producing it from scrap to pulp, I bypass that. Taking the time to plant my own reagents, I bypass that. So now I buy my scrap, I trade it for pulp what somebody else does. I buy my reagents, I have Mom grow my other reagents, and I just sit here and I make scrolls all day. That's all.
I've got 4,000 gold to my name right now. So
oh geez,
yeah.
Need a loan? Cheap rates?
Nope. Hell no.
But we've managed to run right over everything else there time wise. But that's okay because you know what?
It's all good.
We have no script. 3 years almost, folks. Coming up on our 3rd anniversary next month, and I got to tell you about that. Here in a moment, but don't forget.
I don't even know what day it is.
That's right. Don't forget St. Patrick's Day, brother. St. Patty's Day. We were born on the Day of the Irish, but we went live on Day of the Irish. But anyway, don't forget that wonderful NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app available in the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store for all your electronic devices. If you want to take Shroud of the Avatar with you on the go, while you go or wherever you go and get yourself a copy of the app. You can read the NBNN Daily Britannian. You can check out the forums. You can shop the marketplaces, or you can see what's going on in game when you're done by checking the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar hosted on nbnn.info. Brought to you today by Best Buy.
Just click on that calendar button. You can access it, and it is actually that Google Calendar is an aggregate of all of the available Google Calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar that guy knows about. If you have a Google Calendar related to Shroud of the Avatar and you want to add have your calendar hooked up, or if you want to add events to the Shroud community calendar,
talk to me.
You can email that guy, news@nbnn.info with that information, and he will do something with it eventually.
That's right.
Don't forget, all times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
Britannia Time.
All Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You can always listen to two idiots interpreting the news, so you don't have to on a little show called Lunch with us. Trying not to laugh and cough at the same time. It's like both at the same time, laugh and cough. It's like, how do I not do this? Radio Free Britannia at 7 o'clock this evening. We also have on Radio Free Britannia Arius with the GMC Top 20 Countdown. At 8 o'clock on Avatar's Radio is Monday Nights with DJ Killy. At 9 o'clock, you do need to go in-game. You do need to go to the town of Verit Chaos, join Ander Tiana and a slew of other people at the Pub of Extraordinary Thought for the weekly open role-playing event. Oh, Laz is buying drinks. You heard it right here. Go out there tonight. Laz is buying drinks. Tell the
bartender Laz is paying. Send me the bill.
Then there's also the Order of Vengeance Guild meeting. And then the final event of the evening is on Radio Free Britannia. That is the Record Room. And that's our community calendar for this Monday, February 26th. In Shroud of the Avatar.
That's right.
Yes.
That is right. And of course, don't forget you're watching Lunch right here on nbnn.info. Tuning in on twitch.tv/Inassist or twitch.tv/NBNN News. And we appreciate it. You can catch us in replays on YouTube or on WRFB throughout the day and throughout the week for your viewing and listening pleasure. The Airy Fund, bringing you the ripple effect this March. Stay tuned for the latest info. And of course, they hit their goal for the Children's Miracle Hospitals Network for that marathon run. So thank you all for your generous support. And we'll be looking forward to see you in 2 weeks. Not this Friday. The next Friday, we're going to have a representative from Water.org joining us on the Airy Fund Live with your host, me, and special guest executive producer, Star Long himself will be joining us to tell us how they get along and why they chose charitable causes and all that good stuff and much, much more on the Airy Fund Live coming up March 9th at 9 p.m. 8 p.m., sorry. Coilmore Wands, putting the magic in your hands. If you're looking for custom wands or staves, look up Arius Coilmore. Scrota's music service. It's Scrota, it's music, it's a service. Check them out. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to come check out Market Road, located in Black Rock Cove. Just as you come up on the docks, you'll see all those vendors ready to take care of all your crafting needs, all at rock-steady prices, so you never have to guess what you're going to be paying for those goods. Located in the Quell region right near the town of Exeter, conveniently located near the Exeter and Elysium mines. RelicsByRill.com for all your licensed Shroud Avatar swag. If you're looking for all those goodies, t-shirts, hats, bumper stickers, patches, comic books, glassware, coinage, and much more, Relics by Rill has got you covered. And if you want to save a little bit of cash, mention us. Use the promo code NBNN when you check out. You'll save 10%
Hi,
when you
everybody.
check out
Hi, Dr.
RelicsByRill.com.
Nick.
We got to fix that. Hi, Drac here. WRFB bringing you the latest in news and entertainment throughout the week right here inside Shroud Avatar. And of course, cannot forget ShroudMarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs, where you can find that high-end account and much more available out there on the marketplace. Jack's going to tell you all about it.
That's right. ShroudMarketplace.com. Place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. And over 95 different registered player vendors on Shroud Marketplace. Each vendor is responsible for setting their own prices and maintaining their own inventory. So you know what? You get a little bit of everything out there on Shroud Marketplace,
All
from
sorts of good
accounts
stuff.
to game gold. Those telethon items.
Virtue rewards, teleport
Player owned
recall
town
scrolls,
deeds,
Aether vibration
teleport recall
amplifiers.
scrolls. All
Gold.
kinds of stuff.
You need some game gold? Come see this guy. I've got some. I'll sell it to you cheap.
You just go to the different categories and you can see all kinds of stuff, and you can
That's
see
right.
who's selling what.
You're looking for
you can-
coinage? Go click on
That's right.
coinage.
If you're looking for crafting consumables, so if you're trying to find those teleports and recall scrolls, the one's guaranteed not to fizzle from this guy, or you can get the one where he uses inferior scrap and pulp from that guy.
And
He'll sell you.
I'll sell you
that
insurance for his scrolls just as well, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all good. Anything and everything's available on Shroud Marketplace. It's not, as long as it's not a bannable offense. Which includes services like the Mal's Power Hour, the GM mining runs, Pet Quest help, Adventure XP boost, Wolfdom's cheese sign writing, some deco services from Soda Design Services, Scrota's music service thing where $5 gets you
Anything you want.
all the way to that weddings.
That's
In-game
right.
weddings?
In-game weddings. If you're looking to get hitched in-game, you can come see me. I've got you covered. Weddings and more by Laz. If you want an above-ground wedding, an underground wedding, a seaside wedding, a lakeside wedding, a hot air balloon wedding, we've got you covered for anything your little heart desires. We've got bloodletting wedding with the tattered and torn bloody wedding dress and tuxedo. We got you covered. We got the zombie style. We got the regular style. We got the traditional style. If you want to marry your demon, we'll take care of you. Don't worry. Weddings and more by Laz. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. Of course, all those virtue items, Telethon reward packages. I got all sorts of packages available out there. Game golds. And of course, I have the special make an offer on just about all my items. So if you think the price is a little too high and you think you can finagle a little, feel free to drop me an offer, make an offer, and we'll talk.
Oh, yeah. ShroudMarketplace.com.
That's right.
Place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. If you're interested in selling stuff, you do need to register for an account. Then click on vendor registration on the left-hand side. And you, too, can start adding your items on ShroudMarketplace.com.
That's right.
And it's that time where we actually have to say,
It is, unfortunately.
say something to the most important people out there.
We love you.
That's you guys.
That's right.
Thank you for watching, hanging out with us on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia.
That's right.
Yay.
We couldn't do it without you guys. We love you all. You all tune in and join in the conversation. Don't forget, NBN is the only show on the air that invites you, the viewer, to come join us here 5 days a week on the lot in Game and Owl's Head. Come join us in Discord or anytime throughout the day. We're here helping out new players and answering questions and just having an overall good time. So don't be a stranger. Come on and visit. And you can use the app right there on the NBNN.info webpage. You can download a copy of Discord directly there and then use the app on the webpage to connect and come right in. But we'll be back with more here tomorrow on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hi. Tschüss. Wiedersehen.
I'm clear.